Hello, Wojciech Pietrzak again. I am playing my second game in ITSL 2020-2021. My opponent is Peter Blaschke from Austria. I played against him several days ago. It was a friendly game. I won, but it was very close to my loss, and it was a very weird game. Unfortunately, it hasn't been recorded. It's one of the must-win games, but it certainly won't win itself, and come on, this is an awful starting hand. What the hell should I headline? I think this is very expensive card, but also the best headline here. Ooh. Peter BL 74 weight. Is this a birth year? He's so old? Oh my god, he can remember Midwar from his childhood. Okay. Okay, if I'm not perched, this hand is manageable somehow. Suez crisis, well. Losing access to Egypt and Lebanon is, however, very disgusting. And I may as well lose access to France and Italy. Oh my. Annoyingly high, but I couldn't really count on lower roll. Okay then. So now the goal for Europe is to just not let him control it. Had he known my hand, he could start ops war in West Germany probably. I have no cards to defend West Germany if he enters it with the China card, for example. De-Stalinization is my only 3 ops card, and it's absolutely unplayable. I once won a tournament game as USSR by controlling Europe on turn 2. I never lost it such a way. Of course, I lost games due to Europe control, but not at so early stage. Asia temporarily dominated. Let's defend it against some 4-ops entrance. I hope he doesn't have any more, because Oh. This already looks terrible. And I'm glad I have USA, so it can only get better in the future. Maybe I should have put one in Pakistan and one in France. Lech. Now, if he takes France with a 4, he leaves Italy empty. I don't have any card good enough to take Italy, but he doesn't know this. Now imagine he had headlined Red Square Forge. What a tragedy would this be? Of course, I would be able to take Italy, but I would probably lose Ops War for it. He is playing kinda sorta slowly. But other than time, nothing seems to be on my side. Blech. Of course, he could do this that way. In the Pakistani war, the last card, because I may really need these 2 influence points. So it is 2 operation points just to break his control somewhere. Oh my. Okay, at least he left France. Oh, a successful roll. Not successful enough, of course. Should have expelled him from there. What do we have here? 3 4 3 3 3 4 3 3 2 2 1 1. Yak. But actually, I need only 3 to prevent his domination in Europe. thing is, if we start next turn with Defcon at 4, I may be unable to defend Asia. But if we don't, I mean, if I have to coup, I lose 2 very precious ops. Oh no. So long about my dominating Middle East. I'm not even presenting Middle East. Okay, I may at least make Europe even. And just hope he doesn't get a socialist government. And hope to make some use of NORAD. I got socialist governments. Duck and cover would normally be a tempting move, but not this time. Actually, Europe scoring maybe. What can he play? Romanian abdication, okay. If not Europe scoring, then what? Formosan? Maybe even... Okay, duck and cover is a 5 victory points switch, probably. Maybe 3. Because of Korean War and so on. And always some hope to a Defcon suicide. Gives less time to fight for regions, but well, at least I got NATO, which is quite a precious card. So first defend Asia against domination, then defend Middle East against no presence. Score Europe when it's for -1. And hope. Maybe Korean War is worth spacing instead of triggering it. So much about his lacking military operations. What takes him so long? He agreed to a 60, besides, even if he didn't. 60 is the default for... Come on! For this league and I didn't agree otherwise. No, I didn't want to play it this way. Something's going wrong with my interface. Okay. If you want to take Pakistan, at least give me the China card for this. And then the fight for Asia is gonna be quite tough, but 3 into Thailand, 1 into Malaysia. If he grabs a bunch of other countries now, I'd like to take India. The best he can do, if he has a 4-op card, is to fuck Thailand and India. Pakistan as a choice was far from the best this way. But I no longer have decent ops. And I don't have access to Lebanon due to damned Suez crisis at the very beginning. Plus, I feel he's gonna get rid of Truman for free. Due to Europe scoring, I have to play Formosan Resolution before I play Independent Reds. Well, I have to play Europe scoring before Independent Reds, to be more precise. Korean War, I'd really like to space it, but I may be forced to play it. Okay, the China card gives him 2x. Oh no, this is not enough. Yes, because the previous setup was enough only because it equalized the number of battlegrounds. So it's time to score Europe, and if he has Asia, oh well. He had. Damn it. I'm playing the entire hand, so probably spacing Korean War is worth its time. But let's first threaten taking Lebanon. Always lack of timeliness. At least let's take it. Well, in this case I can as well get rid of Korean War forever and just put 2 in South Korea. Besides, if I meet containment, it's an autoplay to just play it. I really feel crippled in this game. And what was it caused by? It was caused by an extremely strong hand of my opponent in the first turn and very weak mine hand. He didn't roll very good, although his roll for Iran was nice. But I played 5-year plan, I grabbed one of his cheapest cards. He got successfully rid of CIA. I don't like repeating it game after game, but I need a game changer. I will have two less victory points because of military operations. So it's -9. The next Asia comes very close. Maybe it's worth to play Korean War and regardless of the result break into Thailand. Even if he keeps playing slowly, I have to survive until the end of the mid-war at least, to be able to claim victory on time. So what's the good news? Pakistan is a good news. It can be took over with a China card and is vulnerable for NORAD. Oh. Thinks he remembered to over control, but yes, this is the moment to play the Korean War and resolve event first. Damn! And place influence. Yeah, here. Because where else? No NORAD again, because I have to trigger duck and cover, because otherwise I simply need these military operations. Sorry, these victory points. Because otherwise he plays something. Military operations. He knows I have Middle East. Oh no! Really? At least you failed, but damn, you still have military operations again, and yuck. And you have Destal, of course. Ooh la 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 la. Because why not? Yeah, of course, go there. So you know I have this scoring. How many force can you have? I had one and he just got it again. No, not before De-Stal. But otherwise what? Let's check him. Against Asia scoring in hand. Space race candidates, Decol is the first. Socialist government is the second. Blech. I hope it's only a distal source of ops. Why not? Okay, if he forgets about it, I will break to North Korea in my AR-6. And about the distal source of ops, whatever. Maybe this dilemma will cause him think too long. But he's close to get back in time. He used about 18 minutes. This is what he should at most have used at the end of turn 3. And what is worse, he's totally killing me on the board. And I have no counterplay, because all the cards are gonna have to repair itself. Yeah, let's drop it. This couldn't be helped. Well, maybe it could via Jordan with Arab-Israeli war, but I don't think taking Jordan is worth 2 victory points now. Romania. Yes. No! Even Jordan wouldn't help. Very, very annoying. Playing the China card now doesn't make much sense. It's better to keep it and hope that his shorter hand will cause him some problems, but damn it. This game is so tough. The remaining scorings all but Middle East. Not a bad call. Norad has its goal as well. And now his distal isn't going to be as easy. Come on, Europe. Okay, I got Kennedy, and that's the best I can say about this hand. And I'm gonna play Kennedy. Because this... Actually, maybe I could headline special relationship. Nah. Let's keep it for a nasty AR7. In the meantime, if I counter his coup with ABM treaty, I get 2 NORADs. Some foresight, he may headline this though. He headlines Central America scoring instead. Discard. 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 Yeah, goodbye as well. Discard. Done. This is a far better hand. South America depends on ABM treaty rolls, and OAS is very helpful. Oh my god, I am so weak player. I forgot about distal discarded to my blockade. Oh my god, how can I forget such key cards? Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay then, independent threats, probably an event somewhere in the middle of the turn. John Paul elected Pope as well. Special relationship AR7, ABM treaty, an event in the middle of the turn. Nuke test ban and OAS helping in South America. And the help should start now. One here and one here, because whatever he coups, I take the other with the NORAD. And counter coup with ABM. And nuclear subs looks like a very good headline for the next turn. Influence. Okay, this calls for a coup. Maybe not. Yeah, let him do the dirty job. Many things may kill me now, but maybe I can avoid it. The least important event to trigger is independent threats, I think. If I have to spend some ops on cooling. And with 3-2 in Venezuela, if he, for example, coups Brazil and fails totally... Okay, that hasn't been said. Oh no. Oh no. So I have to defend against African and immediate lose. If he has Southeast Asia scoring, okay. I took risk, but I could only grab one from South America, so this wouldn't have saved me. Oops. So this can't wait any longer. Regretfully. What's the good news? The good news is that if I play the China card, I may be able to control South America and play it for 8. And ABM is still waiting. And maybe even a nasty AR7 play, combined with some Italy break. Or a very nice hold card. Defectors. One more point. Regretfully necessary thing. Otherwise he could just break here. So I hope no brush wars, no juntas and no 4-ups from him now. And the scorings left: Asia, Southeast Asia, Africa. And I'm still too close from losing the game on victory points. If he, for example, successfully brushes Venezuela now, he gets 16 and I only get 2 from South America, so I drop it to 14 instead of desirable 7. Breaking Asia was right in time. So okay, I got Africa. Panama Canal return is quite nice as the entrance to Alliance for Progress. Yeah, let it go. And about Africa, nuclear subs, if well timed, should do the job. Asia is discarded, so maybe if he coups, I'm gonna flip Europe. I mean Italy. The bad thing is I don't have any 4, but I can't always have a playable 4. Junta. You'll go first, my friend, and both Americas are scored. You go far too good. Damn, Cuban Missile Crisis would be better. Who could know? Or even Alliance for Progress directly. Yep. UN intervention is probably going to be held in this case. Lipthiol for space. But it's at least more likely than it used to be that I survive until the late war. Now, what can be done in Africa? Not too much, I must say. Oh, nuclear subs, of course. What are the priorities? Korea. That was lucky. So let's set up some realignment against him, just to keep him busy. Then nuclear subs, maybe UN intervened liberation theology for some coups. But the scoring now looks better than it used to. The map does not. But at least it's quite a survival one. This is the best moment when he got rid of some DEFCON suicide card. I really like to hold UN intervention. This is so tough. My NORAD won't last forever because Quagmire is going to appear one time or another. If he goes to Poland, John Paul is no longer as valuable as the event and may as well go for a coup. And we are slowly coming to the moment of the mid-war, which he may remember from his early childhood. Funny that Nora didn't really pay me much. It was active since turn 1, including controlling Canada, and I only got 1 point from it so far. Ooh! I think that's a better target. If he goes to Nigeria, I can coup Nigeria and already have a domination. Not lasting very long, but... Oh no! Really? In such a moment I rolled only a 1? Okay, at least maybe he doesn't get his meal ups. And I'll be able to decide what to do with my last card, probably Space Liberation Theology. Because now that he sees my headline, I'd really want to draw one small step and succeed in spacing Theo. He had grain sales, he had Voice of America, but he no longer can space 2 ops cards. So this may look like the game was turning somehow my side. Important decision is, if I get NORAD, should I rather give up Asia or Europe? I think Asia is more important because Italy can be taken with special relationship one time or another, and South Korea cannot. Just don't tell me you have only unplayable cards left, like Bird Trap, Colonial Rearguards and Woodalls. Yeah, what unplayable else could he have now? Nixon is fairly playable. Not the worst call. One small step can wait. He quagmires me. Che is the best card. Not sure about other cards. If he doesn't quagmire me, he may be hesitant to coup in his first action round, In which case I may trigger Missile Envy, force him to play a 1-up card next time, because Missile Envy is a 1-up card for him, perched, and get some knowledge about his hand. If he now got tough hand, and Red Scare just made it fully unspaceable, this is the game changer I needed. I can afford getting in Ops War in Asia, I guess. At least for retaking South Korea. And I really need this tournament victory, and Haman, how tough is it against a 1050 few rated player. That's not to say that he plays badly, of course he has some dubious moves, but in general his play is quite solid. Maybe he pushed too much into victory points in this turn with South America. It was the turn 4. Okay, it's turn 6, so my best bet is to keep you an intervention, space chair, or discard it. In case I draw one gunman. The worst scenario regarding long gunman is that he draws it now, discards it, and it doesn't show in turn 7. Statistically, he should have 1 hour left at the start of turn 6. He's more than a turn behind with his time, so he has to start playing faster, one time or another. An interesting question is, if he plays We Will Bury You, should I play you an intervention for the event with Che to avoid this 3 victory points loss? And I must say it's very not straightforward decision, and it's like the first time I see the situation when UN intervention is playable right after We Will Bury You to deny the victory points penalty, and it's not necessarily the best move. Okay, so yes, he grabs and he events it and drops Defcon 2-2, so I got NORAD. Okay, then now please get rid of We Will Bury You if you have it in hand, just to allow me playing Missile Envy. Oh, oh. So we are both perched. Okay, I can live with that. These two rows. Okay, one was enough. Where's the follow-up? There's the follow-up. Colombia offered better odds. Not important anyway. Hey, now Che is even playable. Because, well, Uruguay, Costa Rica, he's perched. Coups are salted. Missile Envy is unplayable. Won't be probably played, of course. Damned, how stupid am I. Should have played this Missile Envy, perhaps. Because We Will Bury You wouldn't have killed me. I miss the sides which I'm playing. Okay, maybe I'm playing this game not terribly, but I'm thinking terribly. I miscalculated D-Stal. Now I miscalculated what happens after We Will Bury You. Missile Envy was a perfect safe play. He could be perched twice. Oh my. Okay, he would have given it to me. No. I feel he has colonial rearguards. So should I space J? First, I think I should first go to Brazil and secure domination in Central America just in case. Then space chair, then one small step. Oh. The worst outcome I was saying about. Damn. Yeah, it's certainly a play under colonial rearguards, which are hard to be managed. And these are a 3VP swing in Southeast Asia. This is why I'm waiting with the scoring. If he has a Quagmire and triggers it now, it's a crippling blow. Oh, I got my China card back. And you no longer see my headlines. But with salt you can hold 2 cards, so no reason to even play the colonials. Damn, I really misplayed this missile envy. Well, maybe not, because I grabbed South Korea, which he could take with 1 op. Double Red Scar Perch isn't as effective. Besides, I would have probably got Flower Power. But yes, I would play Flower Power for 4 ops. And he would have to play Missile Envy before Red Scarring me. Okay, now more thinking about it. Southeast Asia scoring and Brezhnev doctrine for a coup to avoid penalty. Coup probably in Saharan states to get access to Nigeria and Algeria and some realignment options. Fortunately, it wasn't very expensive, so the map is rather in my favor, because South America certainly nullifies Europe, plus Central America, plus Asia, Middle East and Africa are even. But Africa isn't stable. It may easier turn red than blue. Portuguese Empire, South African unrest, plus coups. So I think Czechoslovakia is worth. Central America is worth keeping. Some nice number of some domination. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This may turn important. And as we said, a coup. Now it's a certain target. Not a big row, but at least avoided penalty. Double perch, a rarity. But well, it happens. Is Missile Envy a safe play now? He can have duck and cover, but can he have something? Nah, he can have like duck and cover, and let's say headline Cuban Missile Crisis. On the other hand, is it worth taking this risk? What's the history of duck and cover? I got it twice. It's not said that he has it. Because I wouldn't like to lower DEFCON, because I'd like to go to Italy, replying to his coup. I think this is a quagmire. And if this is the quagmire, actually lowering DEFCON is what I want to do. Yes. So now, the first discard is of course South African unrest, because it can't be spaced. The second is T-Style. You when intervened, you will bury you. Actually, your intervention is still a good card to hold, and we will bury you. Can be spaced, but I really should contest some Europe. I am only one country short, so it's probably better to go to Czechoslovakia and Benelux rather than making things like breaking Italy. And this is hurtful, yes. But okay, I went off on my second attempt. He has bear trap and I assume he spaces it. Maybe it's worth attempting to space We Will Bury You, but then I have not too much card to fight for Europe. He's taking his time in Africa. I could realign him from Algeria, but then he goes there again. So let's defend what's to be defended. Now the bad thing is that if he has Africa, he's gonna get into war against margin. So maybe it's worth fighting for Italy. He has bear trap, and this should be some problem for him. Okay, let's get rid of Europe first. Then perhaps coup in Saharan states, because it's really worth to coup anyway. I'm not gonna coup Nicaragua or Haiti, because if I get Ortega now, I may make use of them, attempting to realign myself out of Cuba. I assume he doesn't have Africa if he plays like this. So John Paul for the event. because it's always good to have a follow-up with solidarity. And then, well, I'm not happy about war games now, but I'm happy about his role like this. And missile envy for ops. And these are going probably to South Africa, maybe? Because where else? Maybe for realigning Angola, but realigning is always speculative. Let him take this realigning risk. This didn't stop his African domination, so maybe I should place it better. This is worth, because I need one less from missile envy. This is worth because it grabs him one country and adjacency here, but maybe Thailand is also worth. And Cameroon for some nasty realignments of Nigeria. Now Africa is equalized, Asia is equalized, Thailand is threatened. If I want to prove my Vietnam play was good and decent, maybe I should headline shuttle diplomacy with double threat. Looks like a nice headline. The good thing is, this is the last time he triggered it on me. But come on, I have so many nasty cards now. Including this damned Ortega. So nuclear test ban will probably go for realignments, but these realignments are going to be against Cuba at first place. And then some African countries. I'm a little tired of his breaks. Indo-Pac, a nice event. Give me some time. How many fours can you have? He already had 3. So now I have to be a little faster in terms of action rounds with my realignments. Actually, maybe I can play AR6 Iran Contra and then realign before triggering the event. Stubborn. Maybe he has the scoring. If he does, my shuttle diplomacy proves to be a very, very decent headline choice. Okay, this gives me time for this. And yes, I succeeded, and this was a good roll in a good moment, and this may be a game changer. I no longer need shuttle diplomacy for Asian domination, so it may be that even that after Middle East scoring, that Middle East scoring discards shuttle diplomacy, and then that Asia is dominated anyway. So now let's elect Central America. Iran Contra Scandal, resolve event first, because I really want to realign myself of Cuba. Yes. And this is why I can play one, two, three, four, five, six, 4. Okay, cool. I think I'm cooing Zimbabwe, attempting to equalize Africa, and he doesn't have mill-ups, because Ortega is a free coup. And Africa is equalized, and now I feel quite safe in this game because the map turns blue. DEFCON suicides are probably gone. This is great. is unlikely to do me any harm in South America. I can even play Latin American Death Crisis for the event. And just... okay. Olympic Games, of course, no returning it. It's a coup attempt. It's a coup attempt against Angola. A good enough one. Come on and see my hand, my friend. It would be funny to play Latin American Death Crisis, coup Colombia, and then trigger the event without discarding anything. If he has Aldrich aims, however, things are getting not so straightforward. Or if he plays some terrorism successfully. It now turned useful that Willy Brandt realigned my Venezuela only to 4, not lower, because he can't successfully break it with a 4. So the remaining scorings are everything except Europe and Southeast Asia, and all the regions are in my favor. But I'm not risking Africa actually, so... Okay, he disabled me from scoring with arms race. Maybe I should have spaced OPEC first. I can space it now. Failed. Okay then. He disabled my domination in Africa. So I control Muslim Revolution. What's my hold card? It may be Muslim Revolution or Iranian hostage crisis or liberation theology. Let's start attempting fighting for Europe. East European unrest is not necessarily an AR7 now that he knows I have it. That's unfortunate that I failed my OPEC, but okay, you can't have everything. Started watching out the time, so I play 3 more. No. Let's first play Liberation Theology, just because it's easier repairable. The most damage he can do is deny my domination, but not more. By putting one in Dominican or Guatemala. Oh, or like this. Not a good choice. I discarded it not because I don't like him having 8 in Colombia, but because I don't like having Iranian hostage crisis, and I wasn't able to space it. So no wargames, victory. But maybe auto victory. Goodbye Iraq, goodbye Iran. Farewell. But Sadat is gone, Camp David is gone, so it's probably worth placing 2 here and 1 here and 1 more in Guatemala. Where can I hurt him with Voice of America? In the middle of Africa. I really didn't want it to be terrorized and have it discarded from my hand. Now he has to play fast and he knows it. And my play is quite straightforward. Not any longer. The reformer for space race, and if it succeeds, I may start gaining victory points, special relationships, and even evil empire. Succeeded. Ooh, my victory point. My victory point. So whatever the game looked like at the beginning, it's over and I won it. Thank you for watching, thank you for sharing my emotions. See you next time in a hopefully the most exciting ITSL season ever. Until the next season.